This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Tuesday, November 2. In Squiz Kids Today, Melbourne Cup is off and racing. Mexico's Day of the Dead. SpaceX hits the pause button and a bat wins Bird of the Year. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
Racing. Yes, folks, today's the day that a good number of Australians stop what they're doing at 3 p.m. Melbourne time, stick on the telly or turn on the radio and tune in to watch 24 horses compete in one of the most famous horse races in the world. I'm talking about the Melbourne Cup, which will be run in front of 10,000 enthusiastic fans at Flemington Racecourse this afternoon, after last year being run in front of empty stadiums because of COVID. You're going to hear a lot today about which horse is the favourite, which is to say the horse that is widely expected to win, which this year is an Aussie horse called Incentivise. But get this, in the 160 years since the Cup has been run, the favourite horse has only won 34 times. So that's about 1 in 5 times. So take it all with a grain of salt, as they say. Of course, horse racing isn't for everyone, which is why I've stuck a link in today's episode notes to some of the other excellent races that happen around our nation, including yabby races in Queensland, crab races in Western Australia, and a dog sled race that takes place in Tasmania. Because who doesn't love a race?
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Mexico, where today there's a big festival taking place called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. If you've seen the animated movie Coco, you'll know what I'm talking about. And although it might sound a little frightening to us, in Mexico it's a really bright, cheerful celebration when people play music, dance, eat, drink and celebrate the lives of loved ones who have died. In Mexico, they believe the dead will awaken from their sleep and join in the party, so they set up altars to guide them back home. The altars include that person's favourite food and drink, bright orange marigold flowers and candles to light the way. I've popped some photos in your episode notes. And if you're a Squiz Kids for Schools member, Amanda's giving you access to a fantastic lesson about traditions all over the world that celebrate loved ones who have passed away.
Animal Kingdom.
Remember last week when I told you that there was a bat in the running for New Zealand's Bird of the Year competition? Well, guess what? The bat won. The Peka Peka tauroa, or long-tailed bat, is native to New Zealand and is teeny tiny. It's about the size of a bumblebee when it's born. And it's also endangered, meaning there aren't a lot of them left in the wild. So the folks organising the Bird of the Year competition included it so that people would see how cute it was and resolved to save it. The little bat beat out a flightless parrot, the kakapo, which came in second place, and a cheeky little alpine parrot called the kea, which came in third and is renowned for destroying cars and harassing tourists. Maybe it needs to improve its behaviour if it wants to do better next year. I've stuck a link to a video of the Peka Peka bat in today's episode notes. It's super cute.
Spaced out.
3, 2, 1, abort. That's what happened yesterday during the latest SpaceX rocket ship launch after bad weather in the ocean thousands of miles from the launch site. 4 astronauts were due to head into space to start a 6-month stint aboard the International Space Station, and the skies above the launch pad were clear, but wild weather out at sea thousands of miles from the launch pad meant the launch has been delayed now until Thursday. Weather conditions a long way from the launch pad need to be good in case there's a problem during the launch and the astronauts need to ditch into the ocean. Ditch means to abandon the launch attempt and come back down to Earth and land in the sea. This is the 4th astronaut flight that SpaceX has done for NASA in the past 18 months. It's becoming something of an astronaut shuttle service, delivering astronauts to the International Space Station like your bus delivers you to school.
Squiz Kids for Schools.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? We have a winner!
Yes, indeed we do have a winner. The lucky teacher who has won for her school a year's subscription to our new classroom offering, Squiz Kids for Schools, is Durga Ashar, who's currently dividing her time teaching between Panania Public School and Oran Park Public School in Sydney. Congratulations, Durga, and congratulations to our friends at Oran Park Public School, where Ms. Ashar is heading full-time next year. Your entire teaching staff and all your students will have access to Squiz Kids for Schools' daily offering of classroom resources, all of them aligned to the curriculum, differentiated and tied to each day's podcast. If you're a teacher and you're keen to trial Squiz Kids for Schools in your classroom, don't dilly-dally. For the remainder of Term 4, we're offering free access to the program so you can test it out for yourself and see how we might be able to make your classroom life a little bit easier. Go to squizkids.com.au and sign up for the free trial today.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What's the name of the festival that happens in Mexico today? That's right, it's the Day of the Dead. Question number 2. How many times has the favourite horse won the Melbourne Cup? You got it, it's only 34 times. Question number 3. What sort of animal won this year's New Zealand Bird of the Year competition? That's right, it was a bat.
Shout-outs.
It's November 2, National Deviled Egg Day, which is about as random a national day as I think I have ever heard of. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Jonathan from Forest Lake, Biz from Carroll and Elvis from Abbotsford. And a belated birthday shout-out goes to Olivia from Rockhampton. And classroom shout-outs today go to Class 2C and Ms. Connolly at Annandale North Public School. Also to Class 2 Green and Ms. Nardella at the International Grammar School in Sydney. Shubi from Waitara Public School sends a shout-out to her teacher Ms. Noble for being so encouraging during online schooling. And it's a shout-out to Isabella from Aspendale Gardens, whose parents are super proud of her for giving everything a go during lockdown. Lastly, Bianca and Io send a shout-out to Viola class at Erskineville Public School and are happy everyone is back in the classroom. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.